audience right now.
Cheers, man.
They're going loud and they're going proud. And also on the side of RSG, you're also hearing in the background, but one thing to focus is the lineup of Echo. They want to deny progress on the side of RSG.
Honestly, I love this lineup coming up from both sides. It's just that, again, the carry was a little forced by RSG. It felt like it was a bait when they picked up the Esmeralda. But, again, it's a decent answer and it's a decent choice. But RSG, I still feel like they have the upper hand when it comes to the drafting stage.
Yeah, and now this is going to be crucial because as you've seen the trophy. We're on week 4. It's midterms. And we're going to witness a battle of chess for RSG Philippines versus Echo for game number 1.
Oh, man, and I got to say...
Oh, the Starlight! It's up!
Finally!
It's out.
I'm so happy right now. I just got it.
What? It's on all. I didn't get it. Not yet, anyway. But here's the thing. I love the skin. Can't wait to see it in action. But going back to the matchups here, starting in the jungle, Carl TZ on the Sakai versus Demon Kite with that jungle Paquito running the high and dry. This is typically what we've seen with a lot of Paquitos.
Yep.
He's going to be looking to set that pace here because that's exactly what RSG Philippines wants to do. And Echo, I mean, how many times did we say Echo Express last week? The same thing is going to be happening here. Light already taking quite a bit of damage.
It's all about the risk for the House of Highlights. Early game on, they have control, they have vision, they have Sanji, all throughout to counter the rotation of Demon Kite. Now, one thing that we're looking after is the gold lane pressure right now. So far, it's always about the rotation heading in for the first 3 minutes.
It's really important, especially for RSG, that they have Eman safely farming because Echo, at some point, they will amp up their pressure of their lineup. The momentum is better on the side of Echo. That's why the keys to victory here for Echo is to have early aggressive movements, which they can do. They have the Cho, they have the Selena, and they also have the Akai. And RSG, they only have a Paquito and the Kagura to match the tempo of Echo. So again, it's really important for RSG to have a safe cover for the Claw in a way to secure their late game power spike on the gold laner.
I love that you mentioned that RSG right now needs to worry about time. They need to make progress in all of their lanes because one thing to worry about is Sanji. Where are we coming in? From the bushes? From the top lane or the bottom lane? One thing also to consider is the presence or how Sanji can be aggressive with his hero.
Well, I mean, anytime you have a Selena across from you, you're constantly watching out for arrows, right? And also, we already saw how early that early damage is playing in the factor here with the emblems that he's taken that magic worship. So already, Turtle going to be focused on here, but already forcing the flicker out from Yaoi. There's the heavy spin. It's Naps that falls here. First, a blood drawn by Sanji. Turtle going to be taken, though, out of the hands of Echo as Demon Kite gets that one. Followed with the Fatal Links. Looking for another kill on Sanford. Can't get it just yet, but they do find Carl TZ. Sanji still trying to grab a kill, and he does, grabbing the second for the game at 2 minutes in. Quite the skirmish in the Turtle Pit.
This is the strength of this lineup for RSG. Even though Echo, they got themselves 2 kills, RSG got the neutral objectives, and they slowed down the tempo of Echo. Oh, again, the strength of the Kagura. You have to make sure that the umbrella is out before you go for these crowd controls. And again, RSG, keeping the momentum equalized at this moment is a win. Even though you give out 2 kills, at the very least you get a trade. You're banking on the power spike of Eman on the late end. You're gonna be happy with RSG if you're in this situation.
Right now, Echo is trying to neutralize the momentum of RSG, going to the point of midnight here. There's a lot of things that they can open, especially forcing out resources. Look at that. Arrows connecting to light most of the time from Sanji. On that previous Turtle Pit fight, it's all about Sanford zoning out the members of RSG.
Ooh, dodge.
Yeah, okay. He should be fine here. Now, going back to just the potential here from Echo, a lot of it relies, again, on Sanji. As you mentioned, OSX, you know, he's got to be landing these arrows here. But still, they have so many tools available to them to find picks. But what you're seeing here is RSG Philippines not letting it happen so far, as specifically Aqua even, when he is able to bait out some of those ultimates, some of those abilities from Echo. He just has to continue to avoid that. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, hey, just let Emon farm up, have his vacation mode the best that he can, because late game, that is going to be crucial for their success later on.
But on this first 4 minutes of the game, Light is on the gold lane aid. One thing you've mentioned here is the rotation of Echo. They have the burst, they have the damage. One thing that they can go for here is to be aggressive with the objectives. But one thing that RSG is trying to consider is the steals on the turtle most of the time.
4:17 is the timing here for Emma with a Demon Hunter sword. You're gonna see Claude pop out any moment now. Mid-game is upon us, but
oh, Way the Dragon finding the target here. Aqua could be in trouble. It's actually Light that falls here. Aqua not able to commit just yet on that. Quite interesting, too, that Light's taken out. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Emon versus Benny Cutie, forcing Emon back here. So Turtle taken by Echo, plus a kill.
What a play for both sides. Emon with the BMI and Benny Cutie aggressively flickering in to try and take out the Claw. Unfortunately, the mobility was higher for Eman, even though with the Electro Flash, Harry gets a boost the movement speed. Eman had full stacks with the Art of Thievery.
Yeah, there's one thing to look after is the damage right now of a Claude. So far, Eman is not going to be, well, disturbed by Echo right here, but mostly, we're looking at the bottom lane pressure right here. They're always forcing Light to be in the bottom lane. One thing that RSG can commit right now is give on with the vision, because there's two members of Echo rotating around and taking objectives.
Yeah, I think it's, again, it's tough because it's this time that Light is the somewhat of a sacrificial lamb here for RSG instead, you know, where we see Yahweh just profiting on not only being the single one to start fights and kind of conserving that Way of the Dragon. You know, here comes a Demon Kite. Oh. Not going to be able to get Sanford, though. Sanford with a finesse escape at 2 versus 1 on the top side. Meanwhile, bottom, Carl TZ looking to get the heavy spin as he does. Fatal Link do come out the flicker to try to survive. He's going to get cut off, though. No one falls just yet. RSG Philippines trying to do their best here. Aqua going to be fine, too. No one falls in the bottom lane.
That space in between the heavy spin, Light was able to use his ultimate to escape and flicker out. RSG, they protect the Claude, and they didn't lose any hero. Yeah. All the while, RSG is just keeping up the momentum of this game. Even though Echo has 1,000 gold over RSG right now, you're not happy with that. Eman is still surviving the onslaught of Echo of the Echo Express.
Yeah, it needs more time right now. Possibly RSG. The mindset is the defense will be the great offense here in the side of Echo because they can't commit just yet. But on this turtle fight, Yahweh's gonna zone out one from RSG.
Oh, Carl Teasy with a heavy spinning on Emon. Pops the Blazing Duet to survive. Turtle's still gonna be taken down. It is secured by Echo. Meanwhile, the clash in the jungle goes forward. Sanford falls here. Another goes. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. RSG Philippines wants to back off here. Another turtle secured by Echo.
The arrow hitting Demon Kite on the backline. Sanji was able to save that turtle fight for Echo Philippines. Even though Light had a very good position to try and initiate against Echo, Nuts with his signature playstyle of going on the back line, backfired. Sanford was waiting for him and he delivered the final blow, actually not the final blow, but the killing blow to the Esmeralda of RSG.
Now looking back on this time, RSG is Light. He's trying to get vision on that side, but looking at the items right now, Carrie's not going with the Berserker's Fury just yet. It's the Golden Staff main that we're talking about last night.
It is the high DPS damage versus RSG. It's good considering that there's two tanky heroes on the side of RSG, the Atlas and the Esmeralda. So you do need the DPS coming out from the passive of the carry, because I don't think you'd want to rely on crits at this point. You want to be able to output so much damage in a short span of time for Echo Philippines.
It's all about the damage. Oh, the escape! BMI, but taking down tower down bottom for RSG.
That's nice though. They at least get the heavy spin for now, right? Which could help them just get a little more space around the map. The Lord's not going to be up here in just about 30 seconds, so they've got time. The thing for RSG Philippines lineup is, even though we haven't really seen Aqua do a ton of damage just yet on the Kagura, despite him having a kill, as the scaling happens, I believe he's only got the Clock of Destiny. He's still working towards that big second item. Yep. So any time throughout the game, a big threat is going to be the Fatal Link combo with that Yin Yang Overturn. That is something that they have to really watch out for. That's not even considering the Blazing Duet, right? But if Echo keeps finding picks like this, it's not going to matter as Sanford grabs the kill on Nats here, forcing the flicker out from Aqua, and now Echo looking to take and start this Lord. Light waiting on the bottom
Perfect
side.
Arrows landing by by Sanji, but nobody checks on Light here on the bush.
And Light waiting for a moment here. Yawi quite low. The heavy spin's going to be committed. Can Emon get away? The Fatal Links comes out. There's the return as Emon helps out with the Blazing Duet. They grab a kill. Benny Cutie popping that Wind of Nature. Has to recall for now. They reset, but RSG Philippines still has the position in their favor. Arrow's going to come out. It lands, and that's the right target as Sanji grabs a kill again. This man is on point with the Abyssal Arrows. It forces Benny Cutie to stay as well. They want to keep RSG Philippines off the Lord. Another arrow's going to land. Look at the way the dragon, and he finds a target. They fall for RSG Philippines. Benny Cutie and Nats going at it here on the bottom side. Benny Cutie going to be fine. Yawi there to help him out. Nats trying to keep everybody off here. Lord's going to reset. This is pandemonium for the first Lord of the game. Abysm Strike comes out. Light gets away just barely here. And now, once again, Echo taking the first Lord of the game.
It's chaos all over, but it was Sanji pointing and boxing out 1 to 2 members, bursting down everybody from RSG.
Again, this is why you respect Echo, man. Even in the face of macro gameplay by RSG, they find themselves the highlight play, the individual decision-making by Echo was insane. Sanji with the pick onto the Claude, and Yawi following it up with a pick-off onto Demon Kite, secured the Lord for Echo.
There you have it, Carl TZ onto the TPs. Signal is up for Echo right now. Confidence is showing, but onto this point you have a 3K gold lead. Will time be on the side of RSG because we're talking about how Aqua here is going to be effective with your magic burst damage. But look at this, we have a lightning truncheon. Can they make the damage now on the side of Echo's defense?
That's gonna make the difference here for RSG. The burst damage coming out from Aqua and Eman. We saw the last team fight. Light was able to find a Fatal Links, even though it was directed onto the wrong direction. Eman was able to follow up with the Blazing Duet, and Aqua as well with a yin-yang overturn, and Echo just melted.
This Light.
Oh, they're gonna force the flicker, but Sanji gets deleted off the map here, and now they're full force in the jungle once again. Nas has to be careful. Sanford goes in. They're looking for Light here. They can't get a kill. Under the turret, he goes with the Way of the Dragon, but gets punished for it. And now RC flickering in, chasing Carl TZ. Heavy spin's gonna come out. Can they catch them? Nas might be looking for the Falling Star Moon to chase them down as he goes in. Sanford the next one, but they call off there. They're happy with the 2 kills.
RSG Philippines with the ambush and invade by Light from the back lines.
Yeah, but that was insane. Echo salvaged that fight. Benny Cutie was able to flicker at the perfect moment. It was picture perfect. Like the frame, it could have not been timed better by Benny Cutie. The last moment that he was able to flicker out, he was out of the range of the Fatal Links. That's why Echo was able to fight RSG and Eman with the Blazing Duet. He knew that he didn't have the tools to deal with the carry, and he didn't have the Wind of Nature at that moment. And when Benny Cutie popped it off, Eman backed off.
I'm loving the mindset right now of RSG. Light is probably trying to buy time and trying to commit being the sacrificial lamb. He's buying time for the team right now, specifically for the damage they can get from Aqua and for Eman. It's all about the timing heading on for the late game.
I mean, again, you're just seeing if they can take out Sanji, if RSG Philippines takes out Sanji, they don't have to worry so much about these arrows. So like,
look at that, man.
This is what I'm saying. Sanji's arrows, it doesn't matter. He's throwing them out so often, and they're landing so often that it's a huge thorn in the side of RSG Philippines.
It's going to be really hard for RSG. It comes to taking some vision and control away from Echo. It's because of the presence of both the Akai and the Selene. Again, as you mentioned, there's a lot of traps laid out on the map right now. Sanji has been really consistent with putting out vision for Echo.
Yeah, this is the main problem heading in for the late game, because on the side of Echo, there's no one to be in the front lines when they attack RSG. Because one thing they're trying to do right now, still buy time, but also for Echo, they're not wasting any moment just to amplify
the damage output from Benny.
Here comes Light, but already the Lord is taken out. There's the Fatal Links committed here. Sanji landing another arrow. There's the Blazing Duet though. Can't get the lockdown. Nobody falls just yet, but the Lord secured by Echo.
So many highlights by Echo. Yawi was able to dodge the Fatal Links.
Talking about precision, boys. Echo and RSG not letting down just yet. It's a battle of tug of war.
I mean, again, it's also discipline by Echo because they know that they secured that objective for them. I mean, they secured it so fast. And they don't have to actually fight RSG Philippines there, right?
Yeah.
So they outplayed a lot of those moments. They were able to avoid a lot of those bad situations. They grabbed the lore, and now they can play around this.
Yeah, look at this. Speaking of playing around, yeah, we onto the bush here, trying to get vision for the team of Echo. But also for Aqua, Divine Glaive, you have the Lightning Trunch and the Clock of Destiny. Is the Magic Burst enough for the fight right now?
This is where I feel like Demonkite feels the weakness of the high and dry emblem. No sustain and no additional HP gain when he gets the kills. The high and dry is literally off at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Oh, Yawi!
There's the kick.
Yawi goes in with the Way of the Dragon. There's the Blazing Duet. Yawi does fall, but at what cost? Light's taken out too. Now Carl Teasy gonna be the focus here. Demon Kite, one jab, 1-2. He grabs the kill there. Now gonna work on Sanji here in the jungle, forcing out the flicker.
Oh, the
Gonna get kited, but he gets the double. Meanwhile, the bottom side, Nas versus the Storm Benny Cutie, but he goes down as well. And the Raiders are taking it to Echo.
Man, Light was able to hold it off for RSG. He was not able to get the Fatal Links off, but the follow-up was there. Eman plays the Blazing Duet perfectly in that team fight, and Echo felt the full onslaught of the Blazing Duet.
There you go. They're marching into the base of Echo right now. Perfect execution here for RSG. Will they secure one more kill? Sanford going in hot.
Aqua!
Sanford gonna get taken out here, and RSG Philippines
Light!
turns this one around, and they take game number 1 from the hands of Echo Philippines.
And just that, you can hear the screams right now in the very first game. RSG seizing the moment.